How are you?
There's the owner.
Do you want to be on YouTube, do you?
No. Do you want to see him?
What is up, you beautiful farmers? It's your boy Carl. Welcome back to the channel. So it's the 4th of May today. I'm on the way to go shear 2 rams, a Suffolk and a Texel, for a fellow by the name of Stuart Dorran. Stuart is a purebred breeder in Sligo, and he wanted to get his 2 rams done. One of them is going for the Texel All-Ireland. I was just looking at the diary this morning, and I set a goal for 2022 to shear 20,000 sheep. Last year I did about 16 and a half, maybe it was actually close to 17. I did a couple of little bunches, like you just end up shearing bits and pieces throughout the year. So I thought to myself, like, you like to be, whatever you're doing, you like to be improving every year. So for me as a shearer, I want to be getting faster every year. So I thought to myself, 20,000 would be a good goal to stretch myself and put myself under pressure to try and achieve that. So it's May now, and I've shorn about close to 1,500 for the year so far. So in a normal business setting, if you've set a goal for 20,000 of anything and you've only done 1,500 in the first third of the year, it would be major cause for concern. But the bulk of the shearing is from now on. It's in this summer season. We had, like, it's the quietest time of the year for shearing. It's the first 4 months. So I was keeping track and writing them down in the diary, and I've got about 1,500 short. But this is the big time now, because now in May it'll start to go up, and I'll start to be doing close to 1,000 a week, or maybe over 1,000 a week. The top shearers are doing like 18, could be doing 1,800, 2,000, maybe over 2,000 a week. But the way I see it is that, like, whatever level I'm at, I just want to be improving every year. So I did a few 1,200 sheep weeks last year, so now I want to lift that and see if I can do 1,400 or 1,500 in a couple of weeks this year, because that'll be a sign that I'm getting faster and that my skills are increasing, and maybe I'm getting fitter, and all the things are improving. So, like, well, it's not like getting too annoyed about how far you are away from the top. It's probably just better to look at trying to beat you from yesterday, or you from last year. So that's my mindset really going into the shearing this year. Lovely cover of grass there, very nice. Well done to the Dorrans this early in May. It's great land up here in Shearing. It's South Sligo, not far away from the mountain either. Funny, like, the mountain is just off in the distance there, but just this lovely land here close to the sea. Far better than the heather and rushes that we have. The Dorrans are dairy farmers as well. Stuart's dad kind of mostly sticks to the dairy. I want to say it's Jim. I think it's Jim. I'm a disaster that way. Whoever I'm shearing for, I'll know their name, but then the people around them, I'd be a disaster for remembering names. And I thought for a while that, because I'd be remembering farmers, and then I say the farmer's wife, I wouldn't be able to remember their name, and I was giving myself a hard time. I was like, you're being awful sexist, like, not remembering the farmer, not remembering the farmer's wife. And then I was turning up to female farmers, and I was remembering their name, and I'd forget their husband's name, and I was like, oh, okay, it's nothing to do with gender, it's just basically whoever's name is in the phone and whoever's name is on the check. Lovely. Seriously.
Minimum.
He's for the All-Ireland, is he?
Well, perhaps. We have to see how it goes out, really. We'll see in a couple of weeks.
How it goes out, he's pretty big at the moment.
Yeah. Well, the way it's gone, maybe back in 2010 we could have brought him out like that, off grass, but nowadays it's a feeding competition, and I'm not sure I'm a good enough feeder to have them ready. But
Yeah. Yeah. So there's just a huge stock turning up to competitions now, like.
Yeah.
So for people who don't know much about sheep, like what do you really like about him? Like what traits or do you think what really stands out with him?
Pretty all around. Top line, you could put a spirit level across there. There's no holes at the back of the shoulder, so just here, you know, if you hold it all, he's like full. He's full right down across the line.
Completely flat.
Yeah. It's quite rare to see.
Seems to have a serious upper body too.
Yeah,
look at him now. I wouldn't be a serious judge like that.
Yeah.
Seems to have massive shoulder.
Yeah, and we picked him. He came in from England, from Loosebeare, from a chap called Paul Quick.
Yeah.
And we liked him because the Texel head has got excessively thick, broad, and it's becoming a problem.
It's making him harder lambed.
Harder lambed, but also the wider head. It's hypothesized by a researcher in the UK that the wider, shorter head and shorter neck is causing laryngeal problems.
Oh yes, the breathing problems.
Now that's hypothesized. They haven't proven that yet, but it's it seems to be the case. It's like the pug dog and the bulldog. They're quite they breathe quite heavily.
Yeah,
and
due to the way they're being bred.
And he has extreme length. And his locomotion, his legs are perfect under him. Like he trots like a pony when you see him out. So that's
which a lot of them, they're just waddling around like they're just they're struggling. Like, mobility is an issue, can be with Texel.
And that, but when you see him out on the run, his head goes straight up.
Yeah.
And
Jeez, he's a fine sheep. What age you know?
He's a 3-year-old now.
Just in his prime.
Yeah, he's just right now, and he's holding up really well. He's bred quite well for the 4 flocks that he's in as well. And then this chap came last year. We got him. We bought him from a lad called Jack Smith there up in Newtown, Stuart, out of the Ballymena Premier, Northern Ireland Premier.
Yeah, cool.
And
I like that you're not like religiously in one breed, like, you know, you'll go for different ones and you'll try out different things. Like.
I started off with Texels when I was
you probably prefer Texel, at the same time you'll still buy a Suffolk. Well, I know it's like Texel breeders or Suffolk breeders, they're one or the other, and they wouldn't even look at another one when there's.
We brought in the Suffolks. My granddad used to breed Suffolks, and my dad was talking about it for years, getting back into them but he said the Suffolks changed significantly. The bone has got heavier and the heads have got thicker and the fleshing isn't as good.
It's gotten to be huge.
They've got excessive
bucket heads, Dad calls it.
Yeah,
big bucket heads.
And we bought that.
I've seen a lot worse than him now.
No, that's why we bought him, for a more finer head, slightly lighter bone, and more fleshing ability. Jack Smith in the north is working with James Alexander at Jalex. To try to breed that modern, sharp, black Suffolk with and we really liked him for length and that, and his sire was a massive shearling. So we're trying to work on them. We haven't got a finished article yet, but we're working. But we'll see how it goes.
More of a focus on carcass and less on just having a big head and bone.
So his lambs were extremely easily lambed. Like, we had no issue, and I actually sold 10 Cheviots to a chap and lamb to him, and he said they were big born, but they were lambed away on their
popped
own.
Them out, great.
I find the head is the biggest problem with lambing. If the head comes out, everything else seems to follow. A lot of people worry about shoulder width, natural shoulder width, but the shoulder doesn't develop. I've never seen the shoulder develop until they start to flesh out.
You see that they start to square up after a couple of weeks. Like they don't really, they're not coming out huge.
They're not. No, it's the head and the bone in the legs.
I would agree with that. You see a lot of sheep lambing, and it's either something to do with the presentation or they're stuck at that first stage with the head. If the yoke gets them out that far, they get them out, like they never get caught at the shoulder.
After that, rarely.
Maybe calves do.
Calves will. The Belgian Blues and a Charlie cow kind of thing.
I haven't seen lambs get caught.
Excessive muscling would do it, but you don't see that.
Was we knock him out?
Let's see. Right, we're locking you out. You're going close. This ram is particularly hard to hold because we photographed him last year. It took 3 of us to move him from the shed to outside. Yeah. pretty impressive length in this bike. Like for a lamb. How did that feel? Lovely. Good. All the gym work's paying off.
Don't go too far away. Our competition's on Sunday.
Oh yeah? Where are you?
Down in Dunard. Wicklow.
So is that open men's or what's the categorization for Shearing?
Is it open?
Like what's the categorization?
Junior, intermediate, senior and open.
Okay.
The 7th runner and the senior.
Okay, very good.
They're like, I'm going to be in the open.
Yeah. This item's shot, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're in the... Not far off. It won't be a couple of years. If you don't win as a senior and won a couple of shows, get up the open.
Yeah. Yeah, no, see that, remember that was one of my research presentation.
It's not something you hear about every day.
No, when I presented my dissertation, everybody had to present. There was about 40, 50 people presenting over the 2 days.
Yeah.
So the lecturers had to sit through all this, and so did all the students. Much of the same stuff.
Yeah, it'd be great. They'd be bored.
They sat up and sat forward in their seats.
Yeah.
Afterwards, there was a girl from Denmark who was in my class, and she was like, "Oh, Stuart, you were so funny. You don't need to try." She's not meant very many funny people. So, yeah.
That's true. Yeah, where is she from?
I was just like flicking. I was just flicking through the side. That's what I mean. Yeah.
When I did a 4th year communication, and you had to do like at least 50% of it is no one what you're talking about.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's going. Pretending you do anyway.
Yeah. I can let him go, can I?
Yeah, that's good. Oh boy. There you go, boy. Look at that.
You're happy?
He's bro. Jeez, yeah.
He's bro. Can be Wilson to see that.
Yeah.
In Scotland. Don't hit me, will you?
Pretty pleased with good top line on the
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, really good over the shoulder. I'm pleased with how he looks without his foot on.
Yeah. Really? Yeah, that's
I'm
important.
pretty sure his breeder will be too, yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
No, he's a fair sheep.
Wow.
That's the warm up done.
Stand and admire him for a minute. Back in you go now, out of the way.
That's it with breeding, isn't it? It's just a lifetime of admiring animals and trying to breed the best one, and you have a real love for them, like.
It's constant jigsaw puzzles, putting the right female with the right male. It's
you're like, oh, how will they breed together? And
and it could go really wrong.
I was talking to my neighbour John. He's in his 70s too, and he says you'll be like that for your whole career. He says you'll be in your 70s and you'll still be trying to get them right. It's a lifetime thing, like. What's the crack now? How are you?
Here's the owner.
Do you want to be on YouTube, do you?
No. Do you want to see him?
Here's the fun part.
You've got the power to.
Yeah, if he decides to take you for a spin, you're going for a spin. Quit. Yes. Kick away. Use the head. Go on. Use the head. Right.
Was a clean man.
Is that on? no belly in it, that's good there. Let's see him go. It doesn't need to cool down, you see.
Fine sheep. Not too heavily stocked anyway.
No.
Taking a look at some of the ewes now. We'll not be sharing them yet till late May, early June. Still got a few of the big boy ram sale on the website that Stuart's wearing. It's holding up pretty. It's holding up pretty good, anyway. That was one of the early ones that I was wondering about them two that I sent up to you. I was like, I wonder how long they're going to last, because I didn't pre-press them or anything. But it's holding up good, yeah. Nice one.
Pleased with them.
Nice one.
So there's their other lamb coming around. They're about 2 years old now.
They're stocky, aren't they?
Pretty happy with them two boys.
Yeah.
It's not a horse, but it's got the better of it.
Yeah. 2 dots for twins.
We flushed her earlier on, so she had about 5 of her sons born on around the 18th of March. They're went off.
Yeah. Nice little creek gate there.
Yeah.
Handy job.
Handy little job. It lets the lambs have better run,
I reckon he's got a skull, does he?
Yeah. Good end on him though.
Oh, it's fine lamb.
There's better than hanging out there somewhere.
What's your man's name in Ballymena? The ram came out of?
Jack Smith.
Jack Smith.
Yeah. It's interesting, this ground is reseeded to about that point there.
Yeah.
And then it's the wettest ground we have. It's not bad, but it's the only place we have rushes really.
Yeah.
And the Cheviots gravitate towards it.
Wow.
It's like they came from Donegal and they have this. They stay off the reseed ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice, isn't it? They're like, it's a bit strong they're stronger than they're used to or something, I don't know. What is it? What's your favourite lamb in the field?
Oh no, we haven't seen it yet.
Texel.
There's a Texel, well I quite like that ewe lamb there. That's
Yeah.
a pet lamb there, that dog. So.
Sorry about the footage, lads. The GoPro battery ran out. For sure, we're back to the phone again. But it done the job. Done the job in the early days, so it'll do now. Luckily, it's a good enough camera. It's just a wee bit not as steady as the GoPro.
40 days old. The black chap is last week at his 40 day weight. He was 32 kilos.
32 kilos at 40 days old.
Yeah, so he was born about 6 or 7 kilos.
Yeah.
So he's gained about 600 grams a day.
Yeah.
And that's going to achieve.
That's a pair of lambs.
Yeah, no, they're two singles.
Oh yeah, I was
But
thinking
they're
that
off the same, they're embryos off the same.
Yeah,
breed. That girl.
I was thinking they're magnificent lambs. It's like if they are a pair, whatever you was, then clone her.
You saw her two natural lambs that were only 2 weeks old.
Yeah.
She's just.
They're doing well, yeah.
Clone her, but
Yeah.
I got all males.
Yeah. Fine lambs, aren't they?
Yeah, they're lovely. It was nothing about a month ago, and slurry, and boom.
Yeah.
Away it
Wow.
goes, like. Same as that. That was grazed off with all the ewes and lambs.
Yeah.
And all
So you're taking stock. You're taking stock off what we're putting onto, really. I'd be looking at that saying, "Geez, we better get some sheep into that. It's great grass, isn't it?" They're doing all right.
Oh, they're doing well.
Yes,
like,
they are.
like even that fella, it's
At the
light,
back,
like,
he's solid, isn't he?
he's a big lad. He's 50.
Yeah.
He's a pet. He's 50 kilos.
Yeah.
He's a brother to the 60 kilo.
Yeah.